まれてきたのだろうか。いつから悲しみの記憶を継いでいた。過ぎた遠い日々に思いを馳せていた。 Without a regret go your way because I promised you。 時の針は再び運命の時へと動き始めた。 I want to live in the limited time。 悲しみを振り切れ Absolutely unreal of truth。 私に耐えるため涙に溶かしたこの痛みが明日を切り開くから。生きたい生きたいと願う意志が魂に光を灯すだろう。 I want to live in the limited time。 愛する者のため Resolution of the heart and soul。 この手で切り開く。いつかたどり着く結末へと時を刻み続けてゆく。 Still I am in this world。 I want to give and God lies and truth and sacrifice。 Still I am in this world。 I want to give and God faith and hate endless road crave on faith the meaning of my life。記憶が見せる夢ぼやけたその景色に交わる運命が私を引き寄せた。思いが渦巻いた表裏のない世界。君との約束を見つけるためあの日から止まっていた時が今そんな未来へ動き始めた。 I want to live in the limited time。 絶望にあらがえ Resolution of the heart and soul。 この手でこの声で彼方で揺らめくあの光が未来へと続いていく。誰もが死ぬために生まれてきたのだろうか。いつから悲しみの記憶を継いでいた。過ぎた遠い日々に思いを馳せていた。 Without a regret go your way because I promised you。 時の針は再び運命の時へと動き始めた。 I want to live in the limited time。 悲しみを振 きたのだろうかいつから悲しみの記憶を継いでいた過ぎた遠い日々に思いを馳せていた Without the regret go your way because I promised you 時の針は再び運命の時へと動き始めた I want to live in the limited time 悲しみを振り切れ Absolutely unreal of truth 私に変えるため涙に溶かしたこの痛みが明日を切り開くから生きたい生きたいと願う意志が魂に光を灯すだろう I want to live in the limited time 愛する者のため Resolution of the heart and soul この手で切り開くいつかたどり着く結末へと時を刻み続けてゆく Still I am
Whoa! Gamers. We are here. It's been a while. Life happens like that.
What
But
is
we are
life?
back. I don't know, some kind of survival something or another. You're gonna have to carry on the remembering thing. Okay. Okay. I see how it is.
Damn,
We
being
just
attacked.
fucking got here. We just... Man, it wasn't even my fault. Why am I being punished?
Nah, that was your fault. It's always your fault. What do you mean?
You're right. It is in the canon lore that it's always my fault. Fuck.
And-
Sniff, sniff. And now I'm being sniffed. Sniff, sniff.
Anyways, fast replay.
Yeah,
We
what
teamed
did we
up.
do?
We teamed up with Odette and Alan to stop you from bombing stuff, and after we figure out,
Oh, fuck.
after we had that
right.
talk with Naomi, no, about my, what's her name?
Mao.
Mao,
Mal.
about
That's
Naomi.
girl, Mal.
Mal, about Naomi. And how it's not our fault that she's dead.
Yeah, that's true. We had a whole crying session over that.
And now we're teaming up. We have guns too. That's the fastest way
Oh.
to summarize that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you kind of crushed that because you saying we have a gun now brought back a whole section of it too when we were like low-key kidnapped and brought to a warehouse that we stayed at overnight. They handed out guns and they're like, you might not hurt yourself with this one. I was like, oh my god.
You gotta start their indoctrination early. You're a
I don't
child.
even remember what I said that you're saying that in response to, Falcon. So you're probably right. I don't know. I don't streamer brain. I can't remember what I said 2 seconds ago. Yeah. Yeah, so this whole thing is just kind of spiraling out of control. Because there were two clear groupings of alliances that now have smaller alliances that are cross-pollinating between groups.
Oh yeah, Odette knows
And they're
that.
all gonna clash and converge in on each other, and I'm not sure who's gonna come out alive. But I think we know for a fact that Yu's going to be the next to die, because I still think we haven't killed Yu, right?
Yeah.
And we really need it to be Miharu that kills Yu.
Well, no,
Because
they
if anyone else does it, we're fucked.
We teamed up with Odette because she wants us to do it. So.
Right, and we could, and we're kind of thinking about it. It almost looks like we're resolved to do it, but part of me thinks we're not going to still.
Well, we'll see.
I think we're getting to some sort of a climax, yes, because it's really gonna be just rapid fire. Everybody is like slamming into everybody until there's like very few left. We're getting there. Good literary terminology there, Falcon. I'm proud of you. Oguma Mao finds herself browsing through her social network while waiting on the train. I didn't know her name was Oguma. In doing so, she stumbles across an alarming headline.
マジ
She follows the headline to its source right away. This is an article she has to read no matter what.
東京メトロ神谷町駅の周辺で不審物の入ったリュックが複数発見された。これってナオリに関
Oh,
係して
please do not piece it together, bestie. If Best Girl dies, it's over. We're throwing this game away.
不審物って爆弾
Best Girl's not even involved. Please, God.
捕まった
Mao isn't familiar with the station itself, but she knows Tokyo Tower is not far from it. She is also aware that merely one station away from it is Kasumigaseki, home to the majority of the country's cabinet ministry offices. What's more, Roppongi is in the opposite direction. I'm so fucking sorry. I can't say this shit, just bear with me. I'm doing my best.
これってテロが起こりそうだったってこと
An attack there would throw all of Japan into a panic, depending on how far the damage extended. Mao typically only pays attention to celebrity news, but even she comprehends the potential danger here.
犯人捕まってない
Based on the article, all they found were the bags.
しかもうちの学校のことも書いてあるし
The events at Amicha were widely considered to be the results of terrorist activity now. Reporting an attack on that scale as a mere accident, especially when claimed... Hold on. Reporting that attack on that scale as a mere accident, especially when it claimed a life, is simply impossible. Only a week has passed since then. It's only natural for this new discovery to be linked to what happened there.
でも犯人が捕まる日も遠くないってことだよねじゃないとナオリもピーターもミハルもこのニュース見たかな教えてあげないと
Mal pastes a link into the Mal pastes a link to the article into their group chat. The very same group chat that once included Naomi. That's sad. I hate that. No.
Well, might as well kick this person out. They're not gonna use their phone anytime soon, or ever.
So fucking sad, bro. Holy shit.
もうこういう時に限って二人ともスマホ見てないし。
Just as her claim implies, neither have yet to read her message. She truly believes this is a case they should be invested in. Little does she know. More than anyone else.
They're very invested.
Oh god. Oh, okay, it's going. I swear, if Mao. Okay. Tokyo Tower. One of the most famous structures in Japan. While its 1,100 feet of height may fall short compared to the Skytree's 2,100, it remains an illustrious sight among the cityscape. The observatory, perched 800 feet above the ground, may require a fee, but one can easily see the entirety of Tokyo from it. Viewing the city from such a height truly gives new perspective for what is found on the surface. It almost feels like staring into an entirely different world. Many people experience a wide range of emotions here. But one person stands out from the rest, one whose purpose is the complete opposite of theirs. The feelings experienced by the people who stare down at the world only serve to separate them from it. This is no time to let that influence him. He has to focus on what's to come. That is all this person can think about.
腹が立つよ。
It is none other than you, the boy meant to lose his life upon carrying out a suicide attack on the Yamanote line. His irritation comes from not only his sense of duty to alert the world to the plight of others, but also from his own emotions. Emotions he simply cannot control. They became an inseparable part of him the very moment they sprouted.
苦しいよ。
That reality pains him. He glances at the phone provided to him by his organization and checks the news. Reports say that a number of bags with bombs inside have been found in the area. Investigations to determine the responsible party are currently underway. Connections are also being made to the attack on Amicha Girls University High School, as the bombs found were of the same type used there.
順調だね。
The more security is concerned with what goes on away from here, the less attention they'll pay to him. Besides, he is well aware that very few people in this country would suspect a child of being responsible for a terrorist attack. They can never fathom that the things they see on the news are happening right next to them.
僕は
He squeezes the bag he has hoisted in front of him tight. It is the very same bag he was once meant to use on the Yamanote line. The keychain attached to it is one he picked himself. However, the explosives within completely outclass those to be used back then. Oh. They are custom made by one of the organization's members, one whom Yu has yet to determine whether or not he should refer to as an ally. They know the organization is on the brink of collapse, so they put all their knowledge and spirit to work. The explosion won't kill you, though. Countless people will die within one of the country's most famous landmarks. But among all the bodies, you will stand tall. This is brutal. Not being able to go out as a hero is somewhat disappointing to him, but the world won't have a choice but to take notice of these events. Of course, this isn't Yu's true motive.
僕は止まれない。なら、止めてみせろ。
You can just not. Like... I don't know, man.
And when you do, kill me. His words, while they fall on deaf ears, are directed to one specific person.
そろそろ行こう。
Yu lines up to purchase a ticket to the observatory, which he accomplishes with ease. It's somewhat rare for a child to come here alone, but not enough for anyone to suspect him. He's just a child, after all. The lady at the counter would never expect that a bomb sits within his bag.
次は
Yu casts a glance towards the staff carrying out bag checks. There are two ways to reach the observatory. One is the emergency staircase, and the other is the elevator. The emergency staircase is open during the day for all to use. It should take around 15 minutes to reach the observatory by that route. In order to maximize the number of casualties, both paths must be rendered unusable. That's what the other members are for, however. The plan has already been put in motion.
いよいよだ。
Hint of severity takes over his expression. His pupils widen like those of a wild beast. He makes his way to the baggage check line. In front of him is a child even smaller than him, alongside their parents. He makes sure not to look back in order to avoid suspicion, but behind him is also a girl around his age. Then again, Rinko looks around the same age as him, judging solely by height, so he cannot be certain of this. Not like these people matter to you. His only concern lays in whether or not he notices any participants, such as number 11. The family in front of him passes through the check without issue. Up next is Yu himself. The moment the staff approaches him, he moves on reflex. He pulls out the gun he kept hidden under his coat. Oh, we're just going full guns a-blazing. I see. A Glock 19.
Thank you for telling us the gun, I guess.
Is that even a real gun? I feel like it probably would be because we've learned a lot from these. Wow, it is. It's a very, like, when you think standard pistol, that's what it looks like.
Yep, it even looks like it from the picture.
Oh my god, it does! Wow. Anyway, the details.
Yeah. A gun! Anyways.
He's got a gun. And a bomb. He's armed. Imagine if, like, he had his arms amputated, though, and he said, he's armed. He's like, no, he isn't. Sorry. I don't know why my brain did that. I think that back. That was fucked up.
Wow.
Wow. It is both compact and simple to handle. This is no toy gun. It is as real as they come.
Nani?
Wait, what?
Bruh! What the... Wait, why does he look like that?
He's in
He looks like he's
disguise.
about to go golfing.
He's in disguise. Well, he is rich, so hey, maybe this is what he wears when he goes golfing.
Wow.
やっぱりね。
Figures.
Figures. Okay, what is that gonna do? He brings his left hand up to steady the gun before firing 3 shots into the staff member's gun. Oh! This is what... The gunshots sound far less flashy than in the movies. The reason he avoided their head was simple. The staff member is a participant. You knows that fate will intervene and prevent their death.
僕を邪魔しに来たんだね。
It is Alan Scorpion, who has disguised himself as one of the tower's staff. Wow, that actually looks like it hurt him. He's all sweating.
Look at his
he's
chest.
kind of bleeding.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I figured God was just gonna make the shots miss.
Well, he can't
don't know
die
how,
from
but-
them. As long as it's not fatal, he'll probably get hit. Because remember,
Damn.
when you stabbed
cruel.
Federico, he did get stabbed. It wasn't life-threatening, but
Yeah. Yeah.
so unless it were to kill him, fate won't intervene, I guess.
Wild.
Hence why
That's so brutal. Because, of course, the assassin would know where to shoot so that the wounds wouldn't be fatal, but will cause you the most pain and suffering. Like, that's just brutal. He finds himself crouching on the ground, and his reaction to use assault is a split second too late. The floor is painted red with his blood. Alan's physique is nothing to scoff at, but no amount of muscle can stop a bullet. The damage done will be minimal due to the bullet being fired point blank, but it will be more than enough to render him immobile. You waste no time with this opportunity. He reaches back and grabs the arm of the girl behind him, which we can already see who it is. That's so funny. Pulling her over to him and pointing the gun at her head. Do it. I want to see the bullet bounce off her skull. Do it.
it probably just fate will just intervene by making it.
The gun will like misfire.
Yeah, it'll jam. Basically, if I had to guess, I'm taking a screenshot. Hold on. What the hell? She's wearing a wig.
She sure is. It's kind of cute.
これは
It's
人
kind of
質だ。
eggplant coated, which makes me cry.
エレベーターを止めたな
Black-haired
ら
girl, like
こいつを殺すよ。
She didn't even change her clothes, man.
you has no issue whatsoever with killing non-participants. Okay, so open your eyes, dingus. No one among the crowd is gallant enough to try anything either. Every last one of them are paralyzed with fear after witnessing what just happened. They don't even run up to Alan to make sure he's okay. All they do is scream.
And shout and let it all out.
It's so true. Full-scale panic has already set in by the time the other staff and those whose curiosity got the better of them come to the scene. The situation is too far beyond anyone's control at this point.
待って。
Any normal person would have collapsed from the pain posed by those wounds. But Alan remains stable to stare you dead in the eye. Yep. Split-second decisions are what the entire situation demands. Yu proceeds to take his phone out while keeping the girl close. This is necessary in order to execute their plan.
これだね。
He navigates his way to and launches a streaming app. Oh.
He launches
We're going
Twitch?
live on Twitch.
What?
The account used for this particular stream is anonymous, but he has all the confidence in the world that the channel will spread like wildfire thanks to social media.
こうかな。
I think this is how you do it. He has gone through the motions previously, but it is still hard for him to figure out. He turns the phone camera toward himself and makes sure he's in frame. Keeping an eye on what's going on around him, he makes a number of inputs before setting the stream to go live. The title for the stream, which they had decided on earlier, is simple. The organization's name plus suicide bombing stream.
Alright, fair enough.
So it's definitely not on Twitch because I'm like pretty 100% sure you would not be able to put the word suicide in your fucking stream title.
You know what? Let me change my stream to that. Let's see, hold on. What is their organization called?
Their organization? I don't remember.
Yeah, screw it. I'll just do suicide.
It's not gonna
Oh
let
my
you,
god, I
guarantee
did it!
What? Yeah, you gotta change that back. That's crazy. Don't leave that. I was so certain. I was so certain that that word would have been blacklisted. They don't let you put men in your stream title or whatever it was, but they let you put. We learned something today. Perhaps that was an oversight.
Very well.
If you know, you know. Perfect. Wow, this is. I just. Oh my god. Oh. Wow.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
You opting not to rely on his card book speaks to the viewers in somewhat crude Japanese.
僕は今からここ東京タワーで自爆テロを行う。
Plenty of viewers get hooked by the title alone. That being said, the comments are full of nothing but trolls.
Not the troll.
God, it's YouTube. It's fucking YouTube. I'm calling it now. Most are saying things along the lines of quit the act, kid, and nice publicity stunt, lol. Some other choice examples. This is why they should age-gate the net. And this is some new some new viral marketing thing? The viewer count may have spiked initially, but many begin to leave after seeing the wave of incredulous comments. A huge surge has yet to happen. Yu pays no attention to the comment section, of course.
人質は取ったよ。この銃も本物だ。そっちに撃たれた人がいる。
Even with that said, he still has a good idea of how people will react. His time spent watching TV at Shigetsugu's house wasn't for nothing. Oh, he was studying. It's like how to become a streamer. His unfamiliarity with streaming leads him to leaving himself out of frame at times, but he eventually turns the camera toward Alan.
嘘だと思ってもいいよ。だって僕はそういう人たちにこそ知らせたいんだ。
Take the red pill, bitches!
これは
Wake up,
無関心
sheeple!
の抵抗。残酷な世界からの警告だよ。
You speak slowly to his audience. He figures the stream will be perceived as legitimate after showing both the gun and someone who's been shot by it. Well, you should have shown you shooting. But even then, people would be like, "Ah, it's a stunt. They got blood bags." There will be people who still think it's fake, but also those who will spread it under the belief that it's all real. Not to mention the possibility of people at the scene currently watching. The general population comes to realize it is real, though. The viewer counts continue to climb is proof of that. The admins likely aren't aware of the stream yet, but Yu knows they will be unable to cut it off even when they do take notice.
うすうす気づいている人もいるかもしれないけれど、はっきり言うね。あの高校、私立アメ茶女子高校で爆破テロを起こしたのは僕だ。僕があの事件の犯人だ。つまり、罪もないあの少女を殺したのは僕だよ。もっとも、罪がないっていうのは君たちの意見だ。
I'm sorry, what?
僕からすれば、世界に対して興味がなかった時点で罪なんだ。テレビやネットでニュースを見ている。そんなものは興味のうちには入らないよ。少し僕の話をしようか。
Yu lowers the tone of his voice a bit.
Nani kore? 本当に日本?
Oh, Mao. Mao poses the question to herself as she watches the stream.
Oh, she's watching. Oh, well, damn.
And she's gonna figure out who the hostage is. I'm gonna be so mad.
Take me instead. I volunteer.
The fact that it's happening right after she learned about the bombs that were found earlier takes her by surprise. The boy has both a gun and a hostage. What's more, he's already used the gun on someone. His intent to make his way up to the observatory and set off an explosion has been made clear. Mao cannot believe this is occurring in Japan, of all places. The boy makes it very clear that he's doing this for people like her, those who can't quite believe this is really happening. Mao was unable to consider herself a mere bystander in all of this, though.
この子が犯人？
He just claimed responsibility for what happened to Amicha. That makes him the one responsible for Naomi's death. Naomi wasn't an underclassman to Mao. She was a close friend.
少し僕の話をしようか。
The boy switches the topic to himself as Mao and the rest of Japan watches. This is a moment she has to pay attention to.
僕はこの国とは対照的な場所で生まれた。安全なんて保証されていない国だよ。日本の人は名前すら知らないだろうね。父親は僕が生まれる前に、母親は僕が生まれてすぐ死んだらしい。生まれてから僕は一人で生きてきた。そんな僕が生きることができたのは、とある施設に引き取られたからだった。
The institution was a hospital that doubled as an orphanage. I bet it was bombed. That's why he became a bomber. Sorry. It was full of children like you, orphans who had no one to take care of them.
大人たちの中にママと呼ばれる日本人の女の人がいた。ママは昼間は医者として働き、それ以外の時間は僕たちのいた施設で働いていた。
According to him, this lady also used her spare time to train new doctors. Not only was this place rife with conflict, but it was also far from sanitary. There simply weren't enough doctors to take care of all the patients. What's more, she took as much time as possible to look after the children as well.
僕たち孤児はママがいるから生きることができた。たまには 料理も作ってくれたよ。その時期僕は母親がいるというのはこういうことなんだと思っていた。でもママ一人じゃ限界がある。体も心も、そしてお金も。
Preach. Medical treatment requires proper funding. There's no limit to where the expenses can go. Medicine, equipment, personnel, etc. The institution itself couldn't run without that funding either. They needed an incredible amount of money just to provide the most basic of necessities. The number of patients and orphans only increased. As such, both the hospital and institution constantly lacked the money to run properly.
ママは自分の故郷、日本に助けを求めたよ。もちろん、国からはお金はもらえない。
Money gathered by non-profit organizations to aid such places existed, but it wasn't enough. That money wasn't provided solely for their institution either. No place on Earth is able to provide infinite funding.
だから、民間人、君たちに支援を求めたんだ。インターネットを使って寄付を募った。
Got a GoFundMe page.
わかるよね。集まったのはビビたる金額。ママはついに過労で死んでしまった。
That's sad. Aw. That was akin to losing his own mother. For the institution itself, they had lost one major pillar supporting it.
ママはこんな風に言ってたっけ。きっと大丈夫。日本人はいい人たちばかりだからきっと助けてくれる。離れていても同じ故郷を持っているんだからって。
People of this country would feel for her plight as she worked hard in a far-off land. She truly believed in the people of her homeland.
ママが言うんだからって僕も信じてたよ。でも嘘だった。僕たちの国だけじゃない。同じ日本人のママに対しても君たちは無関心だった。
Yu runs down the events in his life that have led up to now.
こんなの
For some reason, like the beginning of that song was like, oh god, are they gonna play another sad song that I'm gonna get traumatized to? It's sad, but it's not that sad.
Yeah.
It's more pensive. Yeah. Mao struggles to find the right words. Based on his age, Mao had been born during that whole ordeal.
Well, yeah, you're the same age as fucking the one telling the story around there.
Despite this, she had no clue what any of what he just said had happened. The fact that he had brought a fellow Japanese into the equation settled things.
だって
She hates this boy for what he did to Naomi. Just thinking about it makes her angry. Still, she finally realizes that she should direct that anger at herself, too.
What? No. That's stupid. Okay, whatever.
Age is of no consequence here. The general apathy of the public killed that woman.
Okay.
They're trying for something here.
Yeah, but it's personally I think it's stupid, but okay, go ahead, try.
They probably had no way of like bridging one piece to the other piece, so they're really just I mean, some people truly believe this stuff too, so I don't know. We'll see. Let them do their thing. None of it serves to pardon the actions that resulted in Naomi's death, though. It is, however, a fact that Mao has no means to refute his claims. Everyone there listens to you attentively. It'd be so funny if they all just start taking out their wallets, throwing them at him. Fucking take the
そ
money
の
then.
後僕は傭兵となった。傭兵といっても使い捨ての少年兵だよ。敵なら誰でも倒したよ。僕は戦う才能が、銃を扱う射手の才能があった。そうするしかなかった。そうできちゃったから。
His continued survival may not have been what he desired. Survival on the battlefield only yields the death of others. All this, even after Mama's efforts to teach him compassion. As such, he disposed of his emotions in order to get used to the idea of killing others. The bits of emotions left over from the process remained sealed and hidden within him. Also, he could progress forward without losing his sense of self. In exchange, he found a new reason to carry on.
英雄になれ。僕はそう教えられてきた。
He speaks of how they taught him that people can become heroes in death. About how they can offer their lives up for the sake of their beliefs. In doing so, no one can claim they are wrong.
Okay.
They're really saying a lot of stuff right now, for sure.
They very gaslight you, kid, but I'm sure.
Dying in order to protect what's important to them is the one true way for people to become heroes. uh,
ママは死んだからこそ僕の中で英雄になったんだって僕は気づいた。ママは信念を守ったんだよ。だから僕も英雄になりたかった。やがて僕はヌル日本支部へと流れてきた。
Null, that's what it was.
彼らの幹部が日
So
本
I
に
try it again, but with Null.
僕は自分の過去を少しだけ話す機会があった。
Null SBS.
I can do that. Yeah, actually, I can. Null's SV. There we go.
Amazing. Today's a poppin' day. The stream titles changed like 50 times.
無関心への抵抗。僕には難しかったけど、しっくりきたよ。
It's a uphill battle for sure. Because I really, the hard part about this and hearing how they're trying to explain their logic is that I think the part that's difficult for me to resonate with in the end is the fact that they're doing all this for nothing regardless of what they believe, because it's not going to change anything, but they're doing it because they think it will. And that like makes me want to strangle people.
I don't know. I feel like half of it is lashing out. It's harder because I can see how they think like that because they're younger. Like why you thinks that, why even Mao thinks it a little bit, which I think is stupid, but like I can see why they think that. But there's so many factors they're not considering and so many things that are, like when you think about it, no. That's dumb. And I feel like you just shifting the blame because of his own country's faults and like other countries, mind you, besides Japan, to just Japan because she just happened to be Japanese. Like what if she was American? Like, you know what I mean?
Then this visual novel would be taking place in America.
But you know what I'm saying.
The main
like,
character would be that Crocodile Dundee looking motherfucker.
But you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, I know.
It's yeah. I don't know if the game is trying to say this or they're just setting up this is how he thinks and then they're like, nah. But I don't know. It just feels like he's shifting blame just to cope, basically.
I mean, yes, but that's a very like common thing that people do, especially on like wide scale, because it's that hive mindset, right? Like we're seeing it actively right now. Not to go into depth about what I mean, but I feel like if people took 2 seconds, they would realize. But it's happening right now. So it's not that it's outside the bounds of reality, because this does happen and people do this. It's just frustrating. And I think that's where we're both sitting right now, is like, this is a less than pleasant thing to have to like watch be put into a visual novel that has been enjoyable for us, because this is like something that I think we would both hope that in our fantasy worlds just wouldn't exist, because it makes us both go, man, that's lame, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's still time to see what happened.
Yeah. That's kind of why I was like, let's hold off on like going crazy
Yeah.
until we see how it resolves. But yeah.
Yeah, that's why I tried not to say much. But when Mao said thing, I was like, what? Okay. Well.
Yeah. Yeah. I can tell. We're both there. We're both kind of sitting there.
Anyways.
Saying that, Yu tugs his hostage over toward the elevator.
今頃僕の仲間が展望台を占拠しているはずだ。非常階段から行こうとしても無駄だよ。そこにも僕の仲間がいるから。
Leaving that warning behind, he makes his way to the elevator. His phone is pointed away from his face once inside. He doesn't want the stream to notice his pained expression as the door closes. Her acting here is crazy, but she sounds fake as fuck because we've heard her cry. It doesn't sound like that.
I mean, it could be worse. She could be like, oh, sniffle, 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 sniffle.
Yeah, the way you do it. Oh, sob.
Let's sob.
The girl he had taken hostage cries the entire way up. She is visibly shaking too. Yu feels no compassion whatsoever for her. Well, if you would kind of fucking realize who it was, then that might change. She's about to die, so why should he? If he feels anything toward her, it's gratitude that she hasn't made much of a fuss otherwise. The observatory is a mere 1 minute ride on the elevator away. Yu spends his time reflecting on the past he had just spoken about. The idea of people getting emotional over his story does nothing but annoy him. Has anyone in this country gone through the same miserable experiences as him? He hates those who consider themselves different from the masses because they feel a speck of concern over events like the ones he spoke of. It means nothing if no effort is made to change things.
Oh my god, I want to punch you. Anyways. Stop whining.
The elevator continues to climb the tower as he ponders this. Before long, they reach the observatory. After a brief floor announcement, the elevator door opens.
どういうつもり?
Upon departing the elevator, he finds himself staring down the muzzle of a gun.
I would have just shot him by...
A woman with a freakishly muscular body is pointing a high-caliber revolver between his eyes.
You can't kill him. Shoot him in the guts.
It is none other than number 11, against whom he has fought previously.
ごっこ遊びはおしまいだ。
A gunshot rings out. Oh yeah, she took like the big revolver, right?
Yeah.
Bam! He was convinced his comrades were waiting for him. That led him to letting his guard down. He hadn't received word about this either. That's why he wasn't able to move before the gunshot went off. He remains unscathed, however. She hadn't aimed for him. Instead, her target was the phone he had been using to stream the events. The phone is flung back into the elevator as it breaks apart midair. You waste no time in readying the same gun he shot Alan with immediately after.
人質を
What the hell is she doing?
What is that? What is this steam coming out of her? Is she Kamehameha? What is
Yeah, I was
this?
like, is she doing like a Rasengan? Like, what is going on?
God!
Like, what the fuck?
Please unite! What kind of ability is this? Bruh. A familiar voice shouts from beside him. The person said voice belongs to takes out a gun of their own, but doesn't shoot. Instead, they use it as a blunt device, swinging it at the hand Yu is holding with his own with.
遅い
Yu evades, making sure to keep his bag safe as well. When the girl's swing misses, she is bent over and wide open to retaliation. A black substance oozes onto the floor from her hair. Ew. Underneath the ooze, golden streaks reveal themselves.
So she didn't put a wig, she dyed it?
I don't know. I don't know why anything is oozing.
Yeah, I think it's the dye she used that's oozing off her hair.
It's just like oil.
I don't
She
know.
didn't use dye, she used like motor oil.
Something to make her golden strands black.
お前は
Then what was holding her hair up in like a different...
She could have tied it.
Shish
different.
my rinka. You pieces together that the hostage she took was her in disguise. Sha. No one ever expects the pocket sand. God. Although surprised, his movements are not affected. He reflexively fires his weapon at her. However, dealing with two opponents in a close space like this proves reckless, even for him. Odette gets a grip on his clothes and violently pulls him towards her. The shots fired at Rinka go astray as a result, piercing right through the elevator ceiling. Odette takes aim at his back with her own gun. The space between his back and his bag, to be precise. She fires off 2 shots, both hitting the shoulder straps of his bag. She's on it. One slight miscalculation would have resulted in hitting the bomb concealed within the bag.
Yeah.
Fate may have kept them alive, but they still would have been seriously injured from an explosion at such close proximity. Odette's marksmanship ensures she hits her target and severs the bag from you. Oh. She laughed like you.
Don't laugh like that. What?
It's when you're doing that specific joking laugh where you're like, yeah, yeah. She does this because she knows just how much damage the bomb could cause. You redirects his attention toward the bag so as not to drop it. He is fine with getting hurt himself. There wouldn't be enough victims where the bomb would go off here. were the bomb to go off here. His decision to prioritize the bag is the exact opposite of Odette's. She delivers a swift, powerful kick to his back while his eyes are glued to the floor. Being almost double his weight, Odette's kick sends him flying. Yeah, I bet. He's so small. She's so big. He got punted. Odette grins from ear to ear as she sees him take to the air.
Jesus.
She isn't even concerned about the bag.
Habra.
Just Kamehameha!
She's still gathering that, whatever that is, a spirit bomb.
Yeah, the cheat. Did you say pheromones?
Spirit bomb. I said pheromone. Yeah.
Spirit bomb. Okay.
Yeah, it's her pheromone technique. Yeah.
It summons Miharu instantly. So foul. Rinka tosses her gun and lunges for the bag. She goes in head first, arms fully extended. The impact against the floor would likely cause the bomb to go off. Seriously? Okay. That realization is what causes her to jump without a moment's thought. Catch the baby! She manages to catch the bag in both hands as her body and her face continue to skid across the floor. While she's able to prevent the bomb from going off, her face now feels like it's been peeled away from her skull.
Ah.
Disgusting. The bomb has been stolen from him mere moments before he could accomplish his goal. His outcry is the result of letting his emotions take control. It is the only thing left he can do. And it was probably the scariest moment of my life. A bag with a bomb inside almost crashed onto the floor. I wouldn't have had to bear the brunt of the explosion had I failed to catch it. But it's an experience I've been through once before. I wouldn't have died this time, but who knows how badly I would have been burned. My face would have been unrecognizable. My actions helped pull us through the initial phase of our plan. That much I'm confident about.
爆弾無視すんなよ
There's a bomb in there. Guys, I don't know if you know this, there's a bomb.
仕方ねえだろ。このガキを出し抜くには今日を尽くしかなかったんだ。
Glad you knew what to do.
Yeah, I skate with your face apparently.
I'd normally be surprised to see that she's still smiling during all this, but I now know this is what she lives for. Things are going just as we planned.
どうして誰もいないの？
What, did you think everyone would be here? Did you think the Avengers would assemble just for you? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was gonna 1v however many are left alive. 7? I don't know. There are no traces of any customers, nor used comrades.
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Okay, that makes more sense.
We're the only 3 here. Gee, it's almost like we preemptively evacuated.
のしたてめえみたいのを期待したが残念ながら素人同然で歯応えがなかった10人はいたはずだよ
There were 10.
Yes, only 10.
Yeah. 10 sardines in a fucking tin. That's what I call their body bag when I was done with them.
だが雑魚なら何人集めても大した問題にはならねえ。
君の特徴は話していたはずなのに、どうして通したんだ。もし力ずくで押し通ったなら騒ぎになっていたはずなのに。
He looks so bummed. Look at him.
それに
Like, oh, my
定期連絡に異常
plans.
はなかった。
気づかなかったか？その定期連絡をしてたのは私だ。わざと踊らせたんだよ。てめえの仲間をぶっ倒して客を避難させただけじゃ入り口で強行手段に出る可能性もあった。この東京じゃどこで爆発を起こしても何人かは巻き込めるからな。
It's true. That's why we made this plan, to take the bomb away from him. His lack of consideration for his own life made things far more difficult to handle than they would normally. I was worried when Odette said she would handle all his comrades, but she really did manage to pull it off.
あとはわかるな。てめえをぶちのめして話を聞かせてもらう。
言っただろう。簡単には殺されない。
Oh no, he's pulling out his secret ankle bomb. He directs that line straight at me. Oh. Then he raises his gun and points it my way. Hide the bomb, hide the bomb, hide the bomb, hide the bomb. But I'm not his target. It's most likely the bomb. Taking his focus off Odette proves to be a mistake, though. She isn't one to let that slip past her. Kick the gun, kick the gun. Making use of the reach provided by her height advantage, she launches another kick right at his jaw before he can fire.
Damn.
Oh. That knocks people out, by the way. You barely dodges in time, but Odette doesn't let up. She continues with an unrelenting barrage of punches and kicks.
こっちなら。
He whips out a knife with his left hand. Okay. Odette backsteps. She must figure she'll get slashed if she tries to kick him again. Yu takes advantage of her hesitation by tripping her up with a left leg sweep. Oh dear. It causes her to lose balance, but she manages to kick him in the stomach during her fall.
Jesus Christ.
I'm very impressed at how they've written this choreography, because I find fight choreography pretty difficult because I just don't think about it, I guess, like that. So this is really good. Very cinematic. I'm following. Yu remains armed even after that and fires his weapon at her. That dreadful bang echoes around the observatory. He fires 4 consecutive shots. It makes the exact same sound as when he shot Alan earlier. Regardless, not one shot hits Odette because her kick before has knocked him off balance. There's a distinct clang as the bullets ricochet off the floor. Both of them collapse to the ground. Yu is the first to spring back up, likely due to his smaller frame. He readies his knife and flings it at Odette. As soon as he throws it, he chases it straight toward her.
What the freak?
He's feral, bro. This is the fight we've been waiting for. Odette doesn't have time to get back up and instead opts to draw her gun while prone. She fires the same moment I notice her action. Yu does the same. The sounds of both guns going off overlap. His shot is directed at neither me nor Odette, though. Maybe because he's firing while at a full sprint.
See, if she didn't throw a gun, she could help by shooting at him while he's running.
Yeah, but she'll probably miss.
It doesn't matter. If he notices, it will distract him long enough for Odette to hit him.
Yeah. That's true. You think she would pull the trigger, though? She was, like, too nervous to even have a gun. She's like, this is illegal.
Yeah, but my thought process is, the thing about it is, like, when you hold a gun, you're afraid of taking a life, but you can't take his life because he's a participant. So I feel like that would make me like, okay, I can shoot. I'm not going to kill him. At best, I'll injure him. And I can't aim, so it's like...
And that would do it for you? That's enough? You'd be like, all right, time to put some holes in this pin cushion.
Yeah, because you can't kill him or her, and there's no one else here to miss and hurt. And the bomb is next to you, so unless you shoot directly at the bomb, you're fine.
Fair enough. I'm still not entirely certain she'd be able to pull the trigger.
Probably
but
not.
I see where you're coming from.
I'm just saying how my thought process would be and why I would be like, yeah, that's fine. This is fine.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. This is fine. Just get him. Ding. Meanwhile, Odette's shot somehow connects with the knife he had thrown, which causes it to twirl up toward the ceiling.
What the hell?
Hello? That's so sick! I can't believe she hit that. Yu's shot bounces off a small crevice in the floor, sending it straight to Odette's hand. Ow. That's what I think anyway. It barely misses her hand and strikes her gun instead. Holy shit! It breaks apart and flies across the room. Oh.
面白いさあ
まずは一人
What?
Yu points his gun at Odette.
返すぜ
For a brief moment, I'm unable to discern what's happening. For some reason, Yu lets his gun fall to the floor. Shortly after that, I notice blood dripping down his right hand.
僕のナイフを
His words help me to piece it all together. Odette must have caught the knife she deflected earlier.
She caught that shit in midair. Just slide. What the hell?
You fucking threw the knife, bum rushed her. They both took shots at each other, but Odette shot the knife into an upward trajectory that then had to come down. She caught it and threw it at you as he takes another shot at her, and she wins these. I'm sorry, that's the coolest fucking shit. Nah.
What the fuck? He had training, but what the fuck? She's been on a boat. What the hell kind of boat was she on?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, she does this all the time. She's been practicing for this exact moment.
I can see how strong she is and everything from the boat, but why is she so good at handling guns and just knife fighting like this? What the fuck? Oh my god.
And she threw it back at him just in time.
さて仕切り直しっと
この音
Oh shit. The faint ringing of police sirens can be heard from the surface.
The surface?
Yeah, like the ground. I'm amazed it's taken them this long to arrive. Listen, response time in cities, dog shit. I'm not surprised. Considering the gravity of this situation, it may not be just the regular police and fire brigade either. The riot police may also have come. Having noticed this, Yu snatches up his gun and sprints toward the door leading to the emergency stairs.
逃げるのか。
He fails to anticipate that the stairwell will be blocked off by a certain someone, however.
ここは通さない。
Okay, let's
君までフェイク
go.
か。
Bruh. You must figure everything out in that moment.
Yeah, I was like, given that he just perfectly grabbed her as a hostage, I was like, ah, no way, Alan was actually shot. Oh, look, you got hydrated.
Oh, welcome home. Thanks for the hydrate. How was work? Oh.
Who cares about
Man,
work?
Ford, we're in the middle of like the most like awesome high octane fight scene. You missed it. You should
bad.
go back and watch it because it was some of the coolest shit. Like in those action movies when spies are fighting each other and they're just doing shit that is not real.
Oh, and also, Ford, we just found out you can name your stream if you want to. Suicide bombing stream.
Yeah, that was an accident. Because they said you earlier was live streaming that he was gonna bomb the Tokyo Tower, and Bleach made a joke. I'm gonna change my stream to suicide bombing the. And then I was like, you should, because there's no way in hell they let you write suicide in your title.
They did. They let me.
And then it worked. And then we were like, oh no.
Yeah.
Get us out of here. Apparently, they do. And I think that's an oversight because men is a banned term. Why is men illegal but suicide is fine? I don't understand.
Yeah, you can't type in men. Let me try. Hold on, men. No, it's
I
women.
mean, maybe they. Oh, is it women? Oh,
I think
my
it's
bad.
no, it's women suck. I think you can't write. Women suck.
It doesn't work if you're writing it in the chat, Ford. It's your stream title.
No, it works. I think you can. Is it?
Oh, did they fix it? I saw that you added it on the end. Okay, they may have fixed it, but there was a period of time. I'm being supportive. I love that for you. There's a period of time where you just couldn't write that because that was a no-no. It was illegal, not allowed. I don't know what happened. I think they just allow everything now because I thought something. I'm curious if they allow slurs now. Don't test it, but I'm just saying. Don't be supportive on that one. I'm just saying. Like they got me all kinds of. No. Why are you so savage? Anyway, welcome home from work. Enjoy the show. Yeah, the assassins have been beating each other up for about 5 minutes. In their time, it's probably been like 30 for us. I don't know.
I can't.
The way just. I feel like you've already gotten too close to the sun because I see what you're doing.
I put NIG and it was like, nah.
Oh. That was enough, huh?
That was enough. That was enough.
No, Ford, don't you bleach him. No. That was partly you. I'm gonna keep reading. Alan disguised himself as one of the staff, but had accounted for the possibility of getting shot. So I'm guessing he had on like a bulletproof vest and actual like squibs.
Probably.
Which is the joke that I made about the squibs. With that in mind, he had made sure to both wear a bulletproof vest and tape additional plating around the part of his stomach that was most likely to be targeted. Oh. Okay. Apparently, he went with rubber plating to ensure the sound wouldn't give away the fact that he was okay. The blood was fake, too. He had gotten a hold of some previously. Oh, he's just a vampire now. All of this, including myself, being taken hostage and Odette neutralizing him, was part of the plan.
I don't know, man. Maybe he would have just grabbed someone random, beat the crap out of him, taking the blood, and we're like, all right.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he just owns hospitals. I don't know. I wasn't able to do anything once they were locked in combat, but that was also expected. All I had to do was make sure the bomb didn't go off. Not only is you injured, but Alan also has his own gun on him. Most importantly, you is now trapped between two monsters. That said, Yu fires off a number of shots before Alan and Odette have the chance to react. Every single shot pierces the fire extinguishers placed throughout the observatory. Smart. He was trained for this. Guard the bomb? Takes a little more than a moment for the entire room to be cloaked in white smoke. Yep. Yu's voice comes from in front of me while I struggle to see what's going on. The weight of the bag suddenly gets lifted from my arms. I don't have time to respond. I'm too busy panicking about what to do. Alan takes my hand in his before dragging me along with them because I'm still too shaken up to move on my own. After the initial surprise of the stream suddenly cutting out, Mouse switches over to news sites for up-to-date information. More news at 11. The situation is still somewhat unclear, but it seems like they've failed to blow up the Tokyo Tower. However, the girl who was taken hostage had vanished. It's entirely possible that she's still being kept as a hostage. Amongst all this, Mal finds herself worried over something. God, it's over. She could hardly believe it herself, but Mal is confident that she wouldn't mistake the voice of a close friend. That makes the unread messages she sent all the more concerning.
Get whatever.
Back at the warehouse. Things get crazy at Tokyo Tower thanks to the police and fire brigade's arrival. We are able to make our escape while the police are busy arresting Yu's comrades. Fortunately, we could get out via the emergency staircase with relative ease thanks to the flood of people entering the place. Once out, we make our way back to our base in Yokohama.
俺
ありがとう
俺
いただきます
She hands me a bag filled with fast food. Okay, Bubkers, French fries? Yeah, a burger and fries to be precise. Is it a Moss burger? Next to her sits a bottle of alcohol she got from a convenience store. I take a bite of the comically oversized burger. The viscous ketchup, the viscous ketchup and warm meat fills my mouth. I don't like the way they made me say that.
The viscous ketchup and warm meat? Oh my.
Oh my. The overwhelming flavors are somehow more delicious than I remember. Maybe it's due to how tired I am? That's true. Like, food after you just had a nervous breakdown and you're like exhausted from something physical tastes like the best thing you've ever had in your life. Come to think of it, this is the first thing I've eaten today.
What?
My heart's still racing from all that's gone down. I guess I never had time to think about, let alone actually get some food.
Nah.
What is this, like, mood music? This feels like...
See how it affects a banana.
What does that mean? What do you mean by this?
Or
What are you-
in a banana.
What is... Oh!
やはりユウも捕まっていないようだな。
Why not?
I just need to be...
ま、私の前から逃げ出したんだ。そう簡単に捕まえられてたまるかっての。
Claudette munches away at her burger and fries while she responds.
I didn't know you got so emotional about eating fast food.
I know. It just tastes so good. The viscous ketchup and the warm meat. Actually sounds awful the more I say it.
I kind of want to clip that.
Stop. No. I figured her palate would match her taste and knowledge for coffee, but nope. She just seems to love the act of eating.
You know, her talking about warm meat.
I can't even respond to that because all of my typical gut instinct responses would make it worse.
Sure.
You read something else for 1 second? Man, imagine not paying attention to me 24/7. You never know when my unhinged is gonna just let itself go. My digital footprint groweth. There's something pleasant about the glee with which she does so. Especially when you factor in that this is her 3rd burger.
Jesus.
She's just chowing. Look at her though. She is towering. She needs the calories. Her acting was shit, but fair enough.
No, she's talking to Alan about being shot.
Oh. Yeah, he did good. Wow, this cocky prick. If something needs to be done, then one simply has to do it.
I just
Sir?
noticed that they both, I don't know if they all do this, but the same pose where they have a hand down and then like one hand up.
Yeah. I don't think they all do that, but I think this is a very funny similarity between the two because they're both just hulking behemoths who are absolute powerhouses and monsters in this game. So, I don't know.
痩せ我慢もか
分かっていたかよ。思ったより
It
痛み
feels
が
like
な
they're
かった。
flirting and I feel like we should leave.
試してみるか。
Oh. Oh.
いいや断る。私だったら反撃しちまうよ。
Oh.
Jeez.
I still think they're flirting. I think we should leave. Oh. I wasn't able to get use regret card. Are you trying to? He's turned out to be a much tougher opponent than I had assumed. Didn't even talk to him. I did get to hear about his past, though. I'm finally able to understand the foundation behind his and his organization's beliefs.
Isn't his regret from that story not dying a hero?
Right. That's what we have been assuming it's been since he basically told her as much and she just completely ignored it as a possibility.
あのガキの演説の効果はどうだったんだ
ネットではユウの昔話をきっかけに議論が起きてる。もちろん火の多い賛否両論だけど
Calling him out? Like he was lying?
ユウ本人に同情している声は多いみたい。
I don't know, maybe like what I said, like, nah, that shit no excuse. What are you talking about?
Oh. It's safe to say his stream worked. All the news channels are reporting on what happened today. While it's fortunate that there were no victims, the influences it's having on the world at large can't be understated.
ユウが脱落したらかなり大きな世界の改変が行われるだろうな。
そう思う。
If things get reworked so that he died during a suicide attack on the Yamanote line, then it's likely that both his attack on Amicha and what happened today will be undone. We hope. Society has become far more alert due to the recent string of attacks. People are even starting to feel bad for the perpetrators after seeing Yu's stream. His actions instilling fear in a great number of people have no doubt affected society as a whole. Will that be undone through his elimination as well? We won't know until it happens,
しか
which
し
is tomorrow,
ど
right?
うしたもんかね見事に逃げられちまったもんだから追いようもね
Yes.
僕の情報網でも彼の動向はまだわからない。ヌル日本支部は今日をきっかけに事実上壊滅状態になるだろうが、ユウは爆弾を持っている。爆弾一つでも人の命を奪うことはできる。ユウは止まらないだろうな。
彼はきっと明日動きます。
心当たりでもあるのか。
I swallow a chunk of my burger before continuing.
ユウは私に言った。明日の朝、今度こそ運命に決着をって。
I have a sneeze that's plaguing me. It wants to come out, but it's not doing it, and now I just
明
have
日
been.
も動くのは間違いない。
そうか。
でも、それしかわからない。一体何をしようとしているのか。
順当なのは東京タワーを狙うだろうな警備が厳重になっている中でやり遂げたらさらに効果は上がるさ
I figure that to be the likely scenario myself. His beliefs are steadfast, yet they don't tie into his desire for me to kill him. He's been oddly focused on the area of settling the score with fate, too. Idea. I don't know why I said area. What does he mean by that? What does he mean by
明日
that,
も早
chat?
朝から東京タワーへ向かおう。手がかりがない今、そうするしかない。
Both myself and Odette not in agreement. We take some time to rest up after we finish eating. Unfortunately, I can't go home now that we know Yu's plans on making his move tomorrow. Well, I'm probably best off not going back anyway. Odette took care of Tokyo Tower's security cams, but the police may come to question me on the off chance there's footage of me. I've still got a gun on me, so they'll probably arrest me on the spot. Today was a whole new experience for me. It's left me absolutely exhausted. Thinking back, it's a miracle that I came out of it unscathed. That's how crazy it was. Okay, you're gonna hate me, but it did a transition there, and I kind of have to go, and that might be our stopping point. How do you feel?
That's fine. Oh, where is save button? Save
I
button.
want to get to the fucking elimination so bad. This has been so juicy. It's just action after action after action.
Asses after asses.
I like this
after
visual novel a
asses.
lot. I'm not the biggest fan of how they vaguely made it like political and religious, but oh, why'd you leave the podcast room like this? Is nowhere sacred anymore?
No. I'll change it if she
No.
lives again, but no.
What? It's just gonna be like this perma RIP eggplant. This is the eggplant suffering anonymous room, but it's not anonymous.
It's like, no.
No. Simply not allowed.
We must feel the pain.
Yeah, so true. Lots of pain. Alright, what was your favorite part of today?
I don't know. The fact that I found out I can name my stream suicide bombing stream. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a memorable moment. What do you look forward to Thursday?
Seeing what else I can name right now. I want to see how he gets eliminated.
Well. Hi,
well,
Bold.
well. Wells.
We are simply wrapping up.
Well.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. Go on. Get in your one. Do it. I know you're thinking about it. I don't even know if it's been 10 minutes.
I just hydrated you.
But you know what hydration means to me. I was thinking about it. I see.
You're like on your knees with a gun to your tummy, like, do it, just shoot. Just
Do it, pussy. I dare you.
It's like, just shoot.
It's me.
Like, do it.
How very relevant for today.
There it is.
Okay. Bold, you missed it. Today was like this whole action sequence where they went to go blow up the Tokyo Tower, but there was like, I don't know, espionage, and they were lying in wait, and then they like wham action, and then like they shot the bomb backpack off of the kid, and then the kid and the hot muscle woman were like fighting back and forth with like the kicks and the guns, and there was a knife, and the knife was crazy, and then the muscle dude showed up, and then he shot all the fire hydrants, and then they steal the bomb back, and they disappeared. And I was just like, oh.
You sound like a kid trying to describe the anime he just watched.
I know. Leave me alone.
Or the dream he just had.
I had a G go to my head. I don't know what it means.
Gun. I don't think you can spell it in
Oh.
without it being flagged.
Oh, is that a bad word? It's kind of a bad word. See, I thought suicide was a bad word, and now here we are.
Yeah, but suicide doesn't get flagged if you put it in your title, by the way. We found that out today.
We learned way too much today, in a good way and a bad way.
Yes, I named my stream as a joke for a second, suicide bombing stream, and it was like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's like, oh, okay.
The way we changed that so fast. It was brutal.
I was like, good to know, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what they're cooking over there, but this is where we are. Okay, my favorite part today was the really good combat choreography writing, because that was really cool.
Yeah, that was. I still don't know what the plan is, like, in eliminating
I don't know.
you.
I don't know. I don't know who's gonna get to it first. I don't know who's gonna figure it out first, because I feel like they have all the pieces, but they're just doing the thing where they're not putting the pieces together, and so she still doesn't think that she has the cause. I don't know. It might be something where it just comes to her while they're at the... I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna write next. I'm excited. That's what I'm excited for, is I'm gonna see... Next time, we're gonna get to whatever his last-ditch bombing effort's going to be, and then I hope we also get to the eliminating him, because I want to know how they finally figure it out. I need it.
Yeah, I don't... That is a question. They need to yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, how do you feel about going and seeing Taha when we do Minecraft?
Sure.
Hit the raid button, Mr. Streamer. Oh, good, it worked. Oh, good. This emote definitely doesn't still traumatize me.
You're doing the same. That's the next picture I can use after Eggplant's back.
What, her blowing up? Yeah. This podcast room is excellent, actually.
Yeah. Anyways, bye for now.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.